Dun 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 dun. The second I press record, it has been so long since I filmed in front of an actual bookshelf. I moved back home for the summer and we decided to get all my books out of storage, put all my shelves up. Therefore, I have not only this shelf behind me, but I have a bookshelf over on the other side of my room and a bookshelf over on the other side of my room. If you don't know, I've had my books in storage for the past 3 years because we moved out of my old house and we're living in my aunt's house right now. I've had my books in storage just because I have hundreds of them and didn't think we'd have room here. We didn't want to haul them all up here, then move out and have to haul them all back down. But we finally just decided to do it and get rid of our storage unit. There were boxes of books that I have not touched since 2015. And this video is a video that's been in the making since 2015. Pretty much after I unearthed all the books out of their boxes, I went through and decided which ones I loved and wanted to keep versus which books I read when I was like 16. I don't think I'll ever reread, and I wasn't even a huge fan of in the beginning. So this video is the highly anticipated book Unhaul. There's probably, oh god, I'll count afterward and put however many books I'm gonna get rid of today, but I assume it's in the hundreds. I feel like the two disclaimers that always happen during these videos is, first of all, please don't ask me to send you them, and second of all, I'm sorry if I get rid of your favorite book, but I'm kinda not. Hi friendos, quick PSA that I have set up a Depop shop to sell some Depop shop, that's fun, to sell some of these books that I am getting rid of. A lot of people ask if I'll be doing giveaways for these books. Unfortunately, I can't do that. I'm trying to save up to get a car and to do tuition next semester and to live my life. So if you are looking for one of these books and would like to get it through me, I would appreciate it so much if you would go over to my Depop page and support me and buy it there. They're all discounted off the retail price. Prices are negotiable if you can't do it. If you're international and you want to chip in with the shipping fee, we can work that out. Okay, I just wanted to point that out. This is gonna be a long video, so I'm just gonna jump into it. First, I'm getting rid of The Odyssey, which this is my sister's copy she read for school. Why do I need it? I don't. None of these books are in order, so I'm gonna mention an author, then mention them again throughout, but I'm getting rid of all my Nicholas Sparks books, except for The Notebook and The Last Song, so I have like 3 Nicholas Sparks books. I bought a lot of poetry back when I first started getting into poetry that I'm never gonna read, so like older authors like Wordsworth and Walt Whitman, never gonna read them. I'm getting rid of 2 books from the Shadowhunter world just because it's not anything I plan on ever reading or rereading. The first one is The Bane Chronicles, and this is a signed version. I'm sending this to Emma, so it's going to a good home. And additionally, I'm getting rid of my special edition copy of the Shadowhunter Codex. Getting rid of The Gentleman's Guide, wasn't a huge fan. How to Love by Katie Cotugno, didn't love it. I was graciously sent An Ember in the Ashes and A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. I own these already, so I don't need to keep duplicate copies. That's the big thing that's affecting me, is I have so many duplicate copies that I don't need. I'm giving these duplicate copies to someone who has not read them before, and hopefully they will enjoy them. I don't know if you can see up there. I have them. I'm getting rid of Me Before You. I really don't need to explain a lot of these. It's just I read them, didn't love them, don't plan on rereading them, so someone else can have them, you know? The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, The Sea of Tranquility by Kat Chiamalé, Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver, Bruiser by Neil Shusterman, a couple David Levithan books beginning with The Realm of Possibilities and Every You, Every Me, On the Island by Tracy Garbus Graves, In Country by Bobby Ann Mason, read this for class, never gonna reread it. The entire Vampire Academy series that I just kept because no reason. It wasn't good, tag me Dylan. Next I have a handful of books by Lisa Schroeder that I'm getting rid of, so Chasing Brooklyn, I Heart You, You Haunt Me, and Far From You. These were books in verse, so they went by really fast, but I'm never gonna reread them. Relic by Renee Collins, Graceling by Kristen Kishore, 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, getting rid of this because ew. Dreams from My Father by Barack Obama, why do I have that? Questionable. Spinster by Kate Bullock, Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, Columbine by Dave Cullen. I refuse to read this after reading Sue Klebold's account of what happened at Columbine, because that already gave me nightmares, so I don't know how I would survive this. This next one's a duology, and the sequel is somewhere in my stack of hardbacks, but Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea by April Genevieve Tucholk, The Face on the Milk Carton by Caroline B. Cooney, The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness, What My Mother Doesn't Know by Sonia Sones, Catalyst by Lori Halse Anderson, The Last Unicorn by Peter S. Beagle, The Lucky One by Nicholas Sparks, like I said, several Nicholas Sparks, A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray, Naomi and Eli's No Kiss List by David Levithan and Rachel Cohn. This graphic novel called Genius by someone. The Selection Stories. Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. All my Colleen Hoover books, which are just sprinkled throughout. So here's the first one, Slammed. Time Between Us by Tamara Ireland Stone. Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. Future of Us by Jay Asher and Carolyn Mackler. The Book Thief by Mark Zuzak. I got a duplicate copy of this, so that's why it's good. I'm not getting rid of it because I hated it. Everything's Illuminated by Jonathan Safran Foer. Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell. And then Dear John, Nicholas Sparks. I have 2 books by Mitch Albom here that are The 5 People You Meet in Heaven and For One Day More. I have this copy of Fangirl, which is actually my regular copy that I just switched the dust jacket out with because I wanted the one with the art on the inside pages, so I'm that person. Inland by Kat Rosenfield. I love this book, but the author is trash, so I don't want to have this on my shelf and support her. Every Day by David Levithan. A signed copy of The Fault in Our Stars that I do not need, so hopefully I can get a pretty penny for it. I already have a copy of Tipios over on my other shelf. 100 Sideways Miles by Andrew Smith. Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. At the Water's Edge by Sarah Groen. The Eve series by Anna Carey. I read these because this author went to a book signing I went to, and I thought at the time I had to read the author's books if I was gonna go. Mosquito Land by David Arnold. The Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings. Sea of Shadows by Kelly Armstrong. Unremembered by Jessica Brody. The Iron Trial by Cassandra Clare and Holly Black. I like this book, I'm just never going to continue with the series. My Name is Mina by David Almond. Pretty Boy Must Die by Kimberly Reed. Somehow I had 2 copies of Akawar. I don't know. Don't tag me. An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. The Girls by Emma Klein. Everything Everything by Nicole Yoon. Winger by Andrew Smith. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I don't know why I feel the need to justify this one, but I didn't love it and I just want to pass it on to someone who could give this 5 stars and love it and cherish this, so that's the reason why. The sequel I mentioned earlier, Between the Spark and the Burn by April Genevieve Tuchok. Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. Blind by Rachel DeWaskin. The Unearthly series by Cynthia Hand. The 100-Year Miracle by Ashley Ream. I don't remember where I got that. Paradise Lost. I'm not gonna read it. The Last Time We Say Goodbye by Cynthia Hand. Panic by Lauren Oliver. I Was Here by Gail Foreman. The Rosie Project. Landline by Rainbow Rowell. Falling for You by Lisa Schroeder. All the Bright Things by Jennifer Nevin. My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. Rooms by Lauren Oliver. Afterworlds by Scott Westerfeld. The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. Say What You Will by Cammy McGovern. Not a Drop to Drink by Mindy McGinnis. Side Effects May Vary by Julie Murphy. The Distance Between Me and You by Marina Gessner. Perfect Road by Lauren DeStefano. The Winter's Curse by Marie Witkowski. Edgar Allan Poe's selected poems. Uninvited by Sophie Jordan. Let's Get Lost by Adi Al-Said. The Duff by Cody Keplinger. I don't know why I kept this. I hate that book. These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. Baking Normal by Courtney C. Stevens. No One Else Can Have You by Kathleen Hale. Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hodge. I don't know why I bought this $15 edition of Faust from Half Price Books. I saw one movie that was about the life of Faust and the actor who played him was hot and I decided I wanted this, but I'm not gonna read it. Isla and Happily Ever After. Rebel Belle by Rachel Hawkins. The Memory of Flora Banks by Emily Barr. Fever and Sever by Lauren DeStefano. I gave book 1 to my friend like 6 years ago and haven't gotten it back, so still mad. The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. Listen. Didn't love it. Gonna give it to someone who does. Outlander and Dragonfly and Ember by Diana Gabaldon, who said that English majors will never get jobs, and also these books are really problematic. Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist by David Levithan and Rachel Cohn. Hidden by Helen Frost. Boy Meets Boy by David Levithan. Wait for You by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Adulting. Hopeless. Ugly Love. And November 9 by Colleen Hoover. Choke. Brooks Being a Wallflower movie cover by Stephen Chbosky. The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. American Born Chinese by Jean Luen Yang. Please Ignore Vera Dietz by A.S. King. Wicked. I'm not gonna read it. Keeping the Moon by Sarah Dessen. Confess by Colleen Hoover. Choke. Also, I thought I held up November 9 earlier, but here it is. So I don't know what book I tossed over there. November 9. Choke. Just Listen by Sarah Dessen. Romeo and Juliet by Shakespeare. Gloria Steinem's Outrageous Acts and Everyday Rebellions. This is just so dated and I don't think I'm ever gonna read the entire thing. The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. No interest. The Book of Ivy by Amy Engel. The Maze Runner by James Dashner. He was accused of sexual assault, so not gonna happen. I Am the Messenger by Marcus Zuzak. I don't even remember owning this and I'm not gonna read it. The Running Dream by Wendell and Van Dronen. White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout. The Truth About Forever by Sarah Dessen, Emma by Jane Austen, and The Wizard of Oz, both in the Penguin Threads editions, which are so gorgeous and I love these so much, but I'm not gonna read them and I can't just keep books because I think they're pretty. I'm sorry, babies. And finally, Where She Went by Gail Forman. You can actually see my shelf behind me now, yay! It feels so good to be able to say that I don't want to own these anymore because these would take up an entire bookshelf on their own and I would never want to reread them, and I gave them all like 3 stars if I read them. I hope you feel as satisfied and inspired as I am by people getting rid of their books. The message I want you to take away here is if you've read a book and you're never gonna reread it and you gave it 3 stars and it's just sitting on your shelf and you don't remember a single thing about it, why are you keeping it? Let someone else enjoy it and get your coin for it. So this summer, this is gonna be our setup. I hope that you enjoy. I'm very glad to be back, to be talking, to have shelves. It's so nuts. I just keep looking at them like, ah! I hope you have a wonderful life and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone!